number one question that I am asked day in and day out by our nurse practitioner clients is, how do I get more patients into my practice? I'm really worried that I'm not going to be able to pay my bills. I'm really worried I'm going to have to shut down. How do I get more patients? And there are millions of possibilities of how to make that situation better. In this video, I'm going to focus on a single one. So stay tuned to learn a hot tip on how to get patients into your practice. Hi, I'm Dr. Annie. I'm the founder and CEO of Collaborating Docs. We help entrepreneurial nurse practitioners get connected to fabulous collaborating physicians. And today is a golden nugget day. I'm going to share one of my top tips on how to get patients into your practice. And this is one I've never spoken of in detail before. So let's break it down. There's sort of a problem getting patients in the door. And then once they're in the door, they are super highly valuable because they can keep coming back and back and back and back. Obviously, if you do aesthetics, they come back for more Botox. If you have an urgent care, they come back the next time they're sick. If you do primary care, they come back the next time they need their checkup or chronic care visit. So, any type of practice you may have is going to be all about recurring patients. So we talked a lot about getting them in the door. I want to talk about keeping them in the door. And a very good way to do this is to treat your patients well, obviously, do what they need, go the extra mile, but let's get a little more granular. Let's get patient surveys completed and pay attention to them. So it's one thing to give out a survey, ask for them to fill something out. It's another to really take it to heart. It's hard to hear, I don't like the lady at the front desk. She had a big attitude with me, or I don't like the color of your couches, or I don't like the way you took 3 days to call me back. I didn't like, whatever it might be. Okay. But if you take it to heart, that person was brave enough to tell you and nice enough to tell you, if you actually make a change on whatever they complained about, there's a good chance you're improving your whole patient experience for lots of people. They probably all had very similar complaints, but only one of them was brave enough to tell you the lady at the front desk was really not very nice. So your patients are your secret spies. They will tell you the truth. A lot of them will never want to fill out a survey, never want to give feedback, and that's fine. But the ones who do, really listen to. How do you give a survey? There's so many ways. You could have a good old-fashioned paper survey that they fill out on the way out the door and leave it anonymous. Don't make them feel bad. Just say, as a newer practice, I'm trying to make things better. If you could just answer these questions, any feedback would mean the world to me. Because I want to make things better and improve it. People will help you if you explain that. If there's just a stack of paper surveys with no words out of your mouth about it, they're not going to do it. But you'd spend 30 seconds at the end of the visit saying it, or make the lady at the front desk tell them about it. A lot more will actually happen. And if they're anonymous, a lot more will happen. You can get fancy and do one on an iPad. You can email them afterwards with a survey. Those things are wonderful. And if you have a tech, bone in your body and can figure it out, great. But I really rely on things being really simple. So for me, it's simple to photocopy surveys and give them out by hand. But you do you. However you do it, get that survey and think about questions that would make a difference. So definitely like free text things, like what did you like best about coming in for your appointment today? And what was the worst part? And make them be like pretty specific. If it's just rate the experience with the nurse practitioner, rate the experience with the front desk, rate the experience with the MA, you're not going to get all that far. You want concrete feedback and examples. So I would make a lot of it like free text. You could do a number and free text, but just make sure they have to give like real information. I wouldn't make it overly long. Maybe it's best thing, worst thing, thing you would recommend improving on. And if people really take the time to jot some notes down, then you're going to have a good number of, actionable things to work on for your practice. So it may feel like the least of your worries. Like, I'm just trying to get patients in the door. But trust me, if you don't make the experience fabulous for the ones that have come in the door and used what they are seeing and feeling, it's going to be, you're really going to be working like a hamster wheel way harder on getting them in, when really you want to focus on keeping them there and keeping them happy. So hope this is helpful. Hope this spurs a new idea for you, and go out, make your survey, and start to get that good feedback. All right. See you next time.